and off we go. Okay, right, let's just get ourselves moving. Roll the shoulders, start moving the legs. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to, this is our final class for November, because it's December tomorrow, just in case you didn't know. We've got HIIT yoga today. So let's just get ourselves moving. Move the arms and push the legs up. Bring in opposite knee to opposite elbow. And as always, please do make sure you've got a safe space to work in and that you're in good health and that you don't have any injuries that are going to be made worse by exercising. So just do take care of your own health and safety. And let's bring the legs wide and just twist at the waist, allowing the arms to wrap around. And just getting a nice twist into the torso and the waist. Keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. And then we'll just slowly bring ourselves back to the center. And we'll inhale the arms up and just holding on to one wrist, just gently pull yourself across. And keep the feet nice and firm, nice and grounded, pushing down the legs. And just getting that lovely side stretch. Keep the head up nice and straight so it's not moving forward. And come back to the middle and change sides, just gently pulling yourself over to the other side. Good, bring those arms down and let's take the hands on the hips and do some nice hip circles. Pushing them forwards, round and back. Just really trying to loosen up, still keeping nice and grounded through the legs and the feet. Let's bring the hips back in the other direction, circling through. Good, and then let's just bring the toes and heels together, so feet and knees together, and let's do our little knee circles here. So bending the knees and circling through, nice and slowly, and then back the other way. Getting ourselves warmed up. And then let's just start to lift and lower alternate heels. So if I go to the side, you can see, and then if you really kind of like push down, come up onto quite high onto one set of toes and then push down with the other foot as though you're like on a step machine. You start to really feel that. So we're working into the feet and the toes, but as you push down, you can really feel that in the calf muscles. Okay, and then we'll just take it into a gentle jog. So remember, you can keep this low impact if you need to by basically doing what we were just doing, just bringing up heels, or you can start to take the knees up a bit higher. Don't have to go mad, but just increasing the pace a little bit. Warming up into the legs. Just let's get the heart rate going. It is a chilly morning, so we do need to warm up nicely. Trying to keep the shoulders relaxed and the core engaged. So yes, we're going to start thinking about our core, putting belly button back towards the spine. And then let's just take it into a feet sort of hip width. We'll do a squat down and then we'll just open out into a star pose and squat and star, lifting that foot if you want, squat down, or just balancing on the toe, opening out the chest. So just working into the legs a little bit more, pushing the hips back as you squat. A couple more times. And one more. And then let's just bring knee up to elbow, knee to opposite elbow. And just try and really twist now towards your knee with your body. So you get an extra twist into the waist. And then if you want to, you can speed it up a bit. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, good. So just recover the breath, keep the legs moving a bit. We'll go on to our intervals. So our first exercise, let me just make sure I remember what I'm doing. So we're going to start with a ski squat, okay? So this is quite a narrow squat, so I want you to have your feet about hip width, okay, sort of shoulder hip width. And we're gonna, so let me show you. So basically you're swinging the arms down, bounce at the bottom and then swing them up. So the arms start in the air, swing them down, bounce up, down, bounce up. So it's kind of all about the rhythm and just being really careful of those knees, sticking the hips back, making sure knees are above ankles, not too far forward. So just try and get into the swing a bit as you swing the arms down and up, down, bounce up, down, bounce up. And then what you can do if you want is as you come up, you can lift the heels and it just challenges the balance a bit more and works into the calf muscles. Okay, so I'll leave that as an option. And then we're going to do 4 rounds. On the last 2 rounds, I'm going to go down, bounce, and then lift a leg as I come up. And again, that's up to you if you want to just stick with what we were doing before, if you want to lift that leg as well, just lifting one leg behind. Okay, we okay with that? Should we go for it? 4 rounds, 30 seconds. Okay, right, let's get ready. I'm going to do it this way because otherwise I haven't got enough room behind me. So feet, hip width, arms come up. Let's go down, bounce up. So really swing those arms. As you come up, you're kind of pushing the pelvis forward, pushing the hips forward, clenching into the buttocks. And really protecting your knees by sticking the hips all the way back. Remember, you can lift the heels if you want, and then you're going to really feel it in the calf muscles. And rest, good. So remember, keep those legs moving and focus on the breath. Nice deep breaths in. Remember to let go of all of the air before you then breathe in again. And we'll go for round 2. So let's get ourselves ready. Hip width with the feet, arms come up, stretch up, swing down, bounce up, down, bounce. Lift those heels if you want. See if you can, it's quite hard as you can see to balance. It does give you an extra challenge in the calf muscles and in the toes actually. Swing the arms down, bounce up. Good, keep going. And rest. Okay. Breathing in and out through your nose. Right, we're going to round 3. And then, as I said, here you've got the option, you want to lift one leg behind, so alternate legs lift as you bring the arms up. Okay, so start with arms up, swing down, bounce up, lift that leg, and the other leg. So as you lift it behind, it doesn't have to be that high, kind of like leading from the heel on the leg that you're lifting, pushing towards the heel. You start to feel that in the buttock, maybe the lower back as well, working into it. And rest. Good. It does add an extra dimension, doesn't it, the lift of the leg. Okay, we've got 1 round to go. Let's just focus on slowing down the breath. And we'll get ready for our 4th and final round. So get your feet ready. Lift those arms. And let's go. Down, bounce, up and lift. So you're straightening through the body and the leg as you lift and just pushing towards the heel. Still making sure that your knees are above your ankles. You'll know if they're not because it'll just feel really uncomfortable. Nearly there. Good. Was that a cheer, Joe? So your arms go up like that. Yay! Well done. Okay, so have a breather. Just take some nice big breaths in, releasing all of the air before you breathe in again. Keeping your legs moving. You can stretch into the calf muscle. Or maybe you want to stretch out your thigh, which is fine too. Whatever you need to do. Okay, so our next exercise, we're going to do a crescent lunge. We'll do 4 rounds of this, but we've got 2, I'll show you, 2 different exercises based on the same kind of lunge. Okay, right, so let's take the right leg back. Take your right leg back, left leg forward. We're just going to start off with static lunge, but lifting and lowering. So bending both knees, the back one coming down to the floor, and then straightening both legs. Now remember, you can keep your hands on your hips, or you can bring the arms up as you bend and down as you straighten. But it's all about finding your balance. And if you do find you're unbalanced here, just bring that back foot closer and take a smaller bend. As long as that front knee's not coming too far forward, then that's fine. Keep the body up straight. So you're bending the knees, straightening the legs. Bending the knees, straightening the legs. Other side, take the left foot back, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, lifting the arms, lowering them as you straighten. So just find your balance. So we'll do 2 of those. And then on rounds 3 and 4, you can continue the same if you want. We're going to try something different. So we're going to bend up. We're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to push onto the front leg, lifting that back leg. Coming back down, 1, 2, and push. 1, 2. We're taking it up into a warrior. Now, it might be that if your balance isn't so great, you might just push off and then come straight back down. 1, 2, push, and that's fine. You might want to move that back foot closer and go 1, 2, push up, and just take less of a kind of range of movement, which is also fine. Do whatever works for you. Just try the other leg. So left leg back, let's go 1, 2, and push. 1, 2, push up and hold for a second if you can. Back down. So it's very much about balance. Try and have one point of focus to help you. Let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment to ground, really engaging through the core, because this helps us with our balance, doesn't it? So just bring the hands to heart center, shoulders down away from the ears, connecting with your breath. Nice big breath in and gently pulling belly button towards the spine. Connecting with your core. So all of your strength, power and balance comes from the core. So just get that connection and then down the legs, nice and strong. Always soft knees. We're protecting ourselves by keeping the knees soft and just focusing down to the soles of the feet to get that balance. So now just come into your position. We'll do right leg back first. And just take a moment to kind of do the same here. Shoulders down, connecting with the core, drawing belly button back to spine, and really push down the legs to the feet, and we'll get ready to go. So we're taking right leg back here. And we're just going to lift and lower the legs. So bend and straighten the knees. Okay, so let's go back up nice and straight. And let's go down and up. Doesn't have to be fast. You can keep those hands on the waist so you can lift the arms. And as you lift, you might want to just lean back into it, taking your gaze up towards your fingers and just moving the arms nice and gracefully up and down. Bending and straightening the legs. Just trying to maintain your balance. Okay, so just give the legs a shake, stretch into the thigh if you want, and we'll do the other side. So taking the left leg back, again, just take a moment to check your posture, tighten through the core, connect with the soles of your feet, and get yourself nice and strong, solid and grounded. So left leg back behind this time, and let's go, bending the knees, lifting the arms. And then try and coordinate the breath as well with your movement. Keeping an eye on that front knee. So I feel it in the back leg a lot. And rest, good. Again, have a stretch. So we're going back to the right leg comes behind. Again, we want to just find our balance here. You can stick with the previous exercise, or we're going to go 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, lift. You can do whatever you want with your arms. You might keep them on the waist. 1, 2, lift up. You might find that you want to bring the arms out in front, which is fine. 1, 2, lift. So if you can hold that lift for a second, just finding the balance and control. And so now we really start to feel that on the standing leg. And rest, good, okay. This left leg definitely needs a shake and a stretch. Okay, so last round, and the left leg is coming behind. So just get your stance, find your balance, your groundedness. And we go again, last time. 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, lift. Using your point of focus, one direction. Lift. 1, 2, lift. Good. Keep going. Excellent. Last few times. And rest. Good, got some good leg action going on here. Okay, let's take some nice deep breaths. And just have a short break. Take a sip of water if you need to. And I'll just prepare the timer for our next round, which is not just yet. Okay. Right, so let's come on to our mat. Taking the feet wide. We're going to go into our warrior legs, our warrior stance. Right foot pointing to the right, left foot behind, pushing down to the heel. The left foot is angled off slightly. Hips are forward, so just take your hands onto your hips, pull them forward. Notice how your right knee wants to drop in, but we're not going to let it. We're just gently going to push it back, push it away. Externally rotate here. And then this left knee, you're pushing that back as well to make it nice and strong down that left leg, pushing towards the heel. Good. So with the hands on the hips, just soften the shoulders. Soften the shoulders, push down. And remember, it's all about working at your own pace. What you're aiming for is to get your thigh parallel to the floor, but that takes a bit of time. So if you're fairly new to this and you're up here, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Okay, and if you can challenge yourself, push down a bit more. Let's bring the arms out. And again, we want those arms parallel to the floor. Shoulders down, arms strong. Really opening into the chest, keeping the chest facing forward. Really pushing into our legs, nice and strong. Take a breath in. Nice strong breath down into the feet. Ujjayi breath. The strong yogic breath. Okay, let's look down the right arm towards the right fingers. Turn the palm up. And we're going to lift into reverse warrior, looking up towards the fingertips and reaching down the left leg with the left hand. Just lean back into it if you can and feel this stretch into the side of the waist. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, come back to warrior two. Now we're going to sweep this back arm across, and we're going to lift the back heel. You might find, just make sure you're not too wide in your stance here. So we're coming back here to our crescent lunge. Just sink down into it. And we're going to go 1, 2, bring the hands to heart center and lift that back leg into warrior three. So just been practicing this. Keep your left or your right knee soft. See if you can hold it. If you don't get it the first time, try again. Hold it here. Keep your hands at heart center and then bring that back leg down. And just come into the middle, we come into a goddess squat. So both feet facing outwards, knees facing outwards, sink down into it. Hands together at heart center. Let's just open up the arms, lift. Overhead prayer, push the palms together as you push down in the legs. And again, breathe in, lift. Overhead prayer, breathe out, push them together and down into the floor. One more time, inhale, lift. Keep the arms up here, and then we're going to turn to our warrior two on the other side, twisting the left foot and then bringing the arms out. So just make sure you've got your correct stance. Left toes to the left, back toes slightly angled off to the front corner of the room. Hips forward, knee back, nice and strong down this back leg. Arms out, shoulders relaxed. Turn to face your left hand, breathing in, turn the palm up and lift, reverse warrior. And then breathing out, back into warrior two. Now we're going to sweep the back arm around, lifting the back heel and coming into our crescent lunge again, arms up. And then we're going to go 1, 2, hands to heart center, lifting, give a bit more room. And bringing that back leg up and trying to hold it here. Finding your balance. Remember, if you don't get it first time, that's fine. Try again. Hold it here. Bring your leg as high as you can, or it can be lower. You can be balancing on your toe, taking the weight into the leg. Now let's just land back down. Come to the center again, goddess squat. We're going to do this a few more times so that we can really start to kind of flow through it and feel it. Okay, so let's breathe in, lift. Breathe out, push down. Breathe in, lift. Stretch up, breathe out. One more time, keep the arms up. Change your feet, right foot to the right, and then bring the arms out into warrior two. Check your right knee, hips and chest forward. Now look towards your right hand, turn the palm up. Inhale, lift into reverse warrior. Lean back into it. Exhale, back to warrior two. Let's breathe in, sweeping that arm round, lifting the heel up into our crescent lunge. Hands to heart center. Let's go 1, 2, and warrior three. Holding it here if we can. Just find that calmness, that stillness inside, and then when you're ready, you can bring the back leg down and come back to your goddess squat here. And let's go again. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And in And turn to face the left with your warrior two. Bending that left knee. Let's look towards our left hand, and as we turn the palm up, we're going to breathe in and lift. And then exhale, bring the arms back down, sweeping the back arm around, lifting the heel into our crescent lunge. We'll go 1, 2, bring the hands down and lift. And find your warrior 3. I'm almost headbutting the wall, but I'm okay, just to reassure you. Bring that back foot down, come back to the middle. We're going to do it one more time, both sides. Lift and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last time, lift. And to the right, warrior 2. Extend the arms, look towards your right hand. Inhale and lift the right arm up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, sweep the back arm round, lifting the heel. And sink down into crescent. 1, 2, hands to heart center, push up into warrior 3, hold. And then bring that leg down, back to goddess squat last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, lift. Turn the feet. Exhale, warrior 2. Look down the arm. Turn the palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Sweep that back arm round. And up into your crescent. 1, 2, lift up into warrior 3. Good. Find your balance. And when you're ready, just bring your back foot down. Come back to center. And just bring your toes and heels back towards each other. And shake them out. Take a breather. And then when you're ready, you can join me at the front of the mat. Okay, just bring the hands to heart center into prayer position. Just take a moment here. Just breathing, noticing your posture, engaging with your core, grounding into your feet. Nice slow breaths. Let's bring the hands down, open the eyes, or inhale, arms up. Exhale, gentle back bend, and then inhale, back to the middle, reach up, exhale, forward fold. So I want to bring the fingers towards the floor. You can have a big bend in your knees if you need to. Hands either side of the feet. We're going to take the right leg back. And it's up to you. If you want to put your back knee down here, then you can, or keep it up. Right hand comes onto the floor and just lifting up towards the front. Push towards your back heel. Just feel that stability through the legs. Bring the hands down and step back into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips high. And just walking through the heels. Keep the fingers spread wide. And then let's bring that right foot back to the front of the mat. So same position. Again, if you want to lower the back knee, you can. This time, left hand down. Open up to the back. Bring the arm up. Push towards your back heel. And hand comes back down. We're going to step the back foot in. We're coming here, back to the front of the mat. Now keep your knees bent. Push your hips all the way back. Let's lift up into chair pose. Arms come up by the ears. It's very intense. You're sitting in an invisible chair. Not the most comfortable of chairs, I have to say. Take a breath here. And forward fold. This time, let's step back into a plank. And just bring the knees down. Okay. Let's just take a moment. We'll do some cat-cows. Arching and rounding the back. Moving with your breath and just getting some nice movement through the spine. Keep drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. moving with the breath. Okay, now we are going to, if you come back into a plank, we're going to come down onto the belly. So start here. If you want to, you can bring your knees down. Keep the core engaged, so keep pulling the belly button up, slowly bending the arms. Now you can go into cobra here, or if you need to take it easy on the back, come into sphinx. So bring the forearms down, lift up and just gently work into the lower back. Breathe in here. And then we're going to tuck the toes, push up onto the knees, lift the hips, back into down dog. We're going to flow through this a couple of times. So let's take a breath here. And now release. As you breathe in, shift forward into plank. Bring the knees down if you want to. As you exhale, slowly bend the arms down onto the belly. Inhale to cobra or sphinx, your choice. Keep the shoulders down, elbows tucked. Exhale, tucking toes, lifting the hips to downward facing dog. And inhale, plank. Keep the tummy tight. Exhale, bend the elbows down. Inhale, lift, cobra, shoulders down. Exhale, hips up and high. Downward facing dog. Let's just take an extra breath here, just to rest for a moment. And exhale. And let's go again. Breathe into your plank. Breathe out, down to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, down dog. Good. We're doing good. Let's just do a couple more. Let's go for it. So plank. Nice and tight through the core. Down onto the belly. Lift into your cobra or sphinx. Working into the lower back. Tuck the toes. Hips up. Down dog. We're going to do one more time. Plank. So remember, you're working at your pace. If you want to slow this down, you can. Push up to cobra and lift up those hips. And just let's hang out in down dog just for a couple more breaths. And then we'll slowly lower the knees down and take a moment. So you can come into child's pose if you want, or you can just take a moment to circle through the wrists, push the front of the hands together, whatever you need to do here. Okay, everyone okay still? Yep, I can see you there. Good, I can see some thumbs. Good sign. Okay, right, we're going to move on to an interval in a moment. But before we do that, I just want to, let's just try and work on the wrists. Sometimes we do a lot of exercise. It's quite heavy on the wrists. So come on to hands and knees. I want you to just turn your hands inwards so your fingers are facing each other. Elbows are kind of out to the side. And just sort of lean into it. Obviously, if it hurts, then back off. We're just trying to strengthen the wrists a little bit. And then see if you can bring them kind of round even more so the fingers are facing the wrong way. Just do what feels good for you. Now bring them back to the front and then round the other side, the other way. Again, just sort of shifting the weight forwards and backwards. And now bring your fingers so they're facing behind and your forearms are facing forward. Again, just very gently, just rocking forwards and backwards. Just working into those wrists. Okay. And then if for any of these exercises when we're on the hands and knees, if it is a bit much on your wrist, move your hands forward. So it just takes the pressure off. So they're not, so you can do on hands and knees like this, that the wrists aren't then taking so much pressure. Okay, right, let's just think about core. We're going to engage through the core. So try and sort of hollow out the tummy here, putting the belly button up towards the ceiling now. And then we're going to extend the left leg and the right arm. So opposite leg and arm. And just try and get them the same height. Hold it there. And then change. Opposite leg and arm. And then for the first two intervals, what we're going to do, so you're going to have opposite leg and arm out, and you're going to just gently try and pulse. So bouncing, but with control, the leg up and down. We're going to try and hold that for the 20-second interval. Try it on the other side. Kicking my plants now. And you see, so we're just moving, just pulsing up and down, trying to maintain the engagement through the core. So that's for the first 2 rounds. The second 2 rounds, we're going to bring knee to nose and heel to ceiling. And you've got the option here to add a little press up as you bring the heel up. So knee to nose, heel to ceiling, bending the arms. And try other side. So knee to nose, heel to ceiling. Remember, the press up is optional. And we're going to do 20 seconds, 4 rounds. Okay, so let's come on to hands and knees. Really important that we've got this core engagement. Let's extend right leg, left arm. And we're just going to hold it here, but just pulse up and down. Try and really reach out with the arm and the leg. Pushing into the hand and the knee that is on the floor. And trying to keep the strength in the core. That's it. So good. Okay. And rest for a moment. Give your wrists a break if you need to. Let's go other side. So other leg. So left leg, right arm this time. Ready? And just gently pulse the arm and the leg. Trying to keep them both straight and reaching away with the fingers and the toes. And keeping that core engagement by pulling up your belly button. I know I'm obsessed with belly buttons. I'm not actually. It's just okay. I'll stop talking now. Right. So for the last 2 rounds, we'll do right leg first, knee to nose, heel to ceiling, wiggle without a press up. Let's go right knee, nose, ceiling. So if you're doing the press up, it's as you bring the leg up that you bend the elbows. Knee to nose. Bending the arms as you raise the leg. Good. Okay, right, we've just got 1 more round. Left leg this time. Bring the hands down. Get ready. Okay, let's go. Knee to nose, heel to ceiling, bending the arms. So really push into the heels of the hands. Rounding the shoulders as you bring the knee to the nose. Keep going. Ooh, good. Excellent, well done. Okay, just circle through. Take a few deep breaths. Okay, we're going to just come down onto the bottom. And just take a moment here. You can reach forward towards the toes or the shins. Just take a little stretch here. Stretching into the backs of the legs and into the lower back as well. Slowing down the breath. Okay, let's take a big bend of the knees to come into our boat pose. Just find your position on your sit bones. Okay, so big bend in the knees, relaxing on the heels or resting on the heels. Now sit up nice and straight, nice straight back. Open the shoulders, pull the shoulders back, open the chest, and then start to lean back. Obviously, it's important to engage through the core. You don't have to go too far back. Far enough so you can feel that engaging. Open out the arms. You can hold on to the backs of the thighs if it helps. Try and keep the chest open. So now we're just going to point one toe and lift, and then point the other and lift. See if you can just balance on your toes. And if not, just rest on your feet as before. So we're just lifting and lowering, alternate toes, still leaning back, keeping the chest open. And let's do 2 more. Good, and rest. Again, just leaning or stretching forward. Okay, one more time. Start off on your heels, lean back into it, open the chest. Let's see. So Option, obviously, keep them down if you want, or bring them up. So if you can bring both up, and then we'll just lower and lift. So the movement adds an extra challenge, doesn't it? When you start to move, feel that in the core. You might get the shake. I've got the shake. Good. Let's go for 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. And rest. Okay, good. Okay, let's just lie back and lift up your right leg and pull your toes back towards you to stretch out the back of the leg, the calf muscle, the hamstrings. And take a breath. Now bend that knee, pull it in towards your chest, but pull it over across towards your shoulder. Your right shoulder, if it's your right leg, I can't remember now, it's mine. Pull it across to the same shoulder and hold on to your foot. And just kind of like push your foot, so you're pushing your knee underneath your shoulder into your armpit, if that makes sense. And sort of opening up into the back of the thigh and into the hips a little bit. And just take some nice deep breaths, nice and relaxed. Relaxing the jaw and the neck and the shoulders. And then just slowly bring that foot back down to the floor. We'll take the other one up, so left. Pulling the toes back towards you, stretching down the back of the leg. Breathing into it. One more breath here. And then let's bend that leg. So pulling the knee, bending the knee towards the chest. And then you're going to take the knee across towards your armpit. See if you can hold on to the sole of your foot and kind of push that leg in under your arm, stretching into the back of the leg and into the hip. And again, just work with your breath here. Try and soften the muscles in the face and the neck and the shoulders. One more breath in and out, and then release that foot down. So you can roll onto your side, or you can just kind of roll up and come to the front. We're going to take the knees across to the side, to the right, and then you're going to bring your left hand down onto the floor behind, right hand across onto the left knee, lift up, breathe in, lengthen through the spine, and as you breathe out, just gently twist, looking over your left shoulder. Breathe in again, and breathe out, softening and twisting. One more time. Good. Now come back to the front. Now you're going to take your right leg. Okay, let's see if I can explain this adequately. The right leg is coming towards the right edge of the mat. You're trying to take the shin so it's sort of parallel to this short edge of the mat, and just keeping that back knee bent and down and twisting to bring the hands in line with the front of the mat. So this is kind of like this is an alternative to pigeon pose. So if we just kind of twist ourselves towards the front of the mat, the short edge, breathe in and just lengthen up. And hopefully you're feeling a stretch now on your right outer hip, buttock, thigh kind of area. So again, breathe in, breathe out, softening through the shoulders, and just a bit of a twist through the spine as well. So obviously if it hurts, don't do it, but hopefully you're getting a nice kind of twist and stretch into the hips. One more breath here, and then just ease out of it. Now let's keep that left leg where it is, tuck the right heel in, extend the left leg out, and we'll just twist ourselves round so we're square onto the left leg, and then just reaching down towards shin, ankle or toe, opening up towards the front and just leaning into it. Get the lovely stretch down the leg. You can bring that arm up if you want, I'm going to go this way, just reaching over the head so that you also get the stretch into the side of the body, and then just slowly come up. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now you're taking your left knee towards the other edge of the mat. You're trying to get your shin kind of parallel as much as you can. Keep that back knee bent and bring your hands in line with the other edge of the mat. So just breathing in. So we're looking now for a stretch on the left side, the hip, the buttocks, the glutes, that kind of area. As a bit of a twist through the lower back as well. Breathing in and out, softening into the shoulders. One more breath in and out. Okay. And then just bringing that heel to tuck it in and lengthening or stretching out the right leg, leaning towards it, opening up to the front, bringing the arm over the head. Take a breath here. And slowly come back. And just to make sure we've balanced everything out, we'll bring the knees over to the left side this time. Right hand comes down behind, left hand on the outside of the right knee or shin. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, twist. Looking over your right shoulder, it feels really good. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, twist. One more time. And slowly back to the middle. Good. Okay. Let's just take a moment. Just find yourself a comfortable position. Close your eyes and connect with your breathing. And just really take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Hopefully you're feeling good, strong, relaxed, calm. That's what we're aiming for. So let's just bring our hands to heart center, just bowing the head. And we'll open the eyes. Thank you so much. Namaste. And so tomorrow's December, so remember to get your December Triple HIIT monthly pass, which is available to book now on my bookings page, and thank you to everyone who's already done that. I'll see you Wednesday for HIIT Core. Bye. All right, let me just press stop